Hey everybody, it's Mandy from Travel Forge. As you might notice, I still have not showered.
She stinks.
I don't stink. We are finishing up the pantry. So the last thing we have in the pantry is our barrels. We got all of the tubs that were under here out. All of the canned goods are gone, all the dry food, all that kind of stuff. So all we have left are really heavy 5-gallon buckets, which are things like salt and rice and things like that. And then we have our barrels, which have like oats and flour and salt and rice and things like that. So we need to get all of these out. Obviously, we're using the hand truck to do that because they're way too friggin' heavy. So if you've been following along, we took a trip up last night. We got the culvert there. We got railroad ties there. We took a load in the enclosed trailer. Tonight, we're going to just kind of repeat what we did last night. We have the time. We might as well just get it done because the end of this week we have meetings and classes and whatever, and we're not going to be able to. So on the trailer, the big trailer right now is our coal cart and an IBC container, and then we're going to fill this enclosed trailer. So it's starting to look kind of empty here, which is weird. This is where the coal cart was. Obviously, it's just like, you know, there's just crap everywhere. So we are definitely in that phase where it's starting to look empty. We haven't really tackled the outside. We're sort of just throwing things in as we can. We won't really start tackling the outside until we get through this excavation project next week, because that's when like sheds and animal products and whatever, animal supplies, not products, will get going. So I wanted to show you this little mess up. All right, so getting this loaded was super fun. This is our coal cart. It's a gravity wagon. We got it at a mud sale a few years ago, and we've been using it for coal. So we get the coal shot in, and then we use that chute there with the little spinning wheel and fill our buckets and take it in the house. As I showed you, our coal stove, wood stove coal stove, is in the living room at the new house. We didn't want to leave it here, so we just swapped it with the stove that was at the other house, which is fine because the people that move in here next will be able to burn wood. But we definitely were not leaving this behind. We love this thing. It saves us a ton of money on heating. We can get coal blown in instead of having to do bags, which is what we did when we first moved in here because we didn't have this. And this has been a lifesaver. I mean, we spend so little money on heating, and it's the best. So that'll be an interesting thing that we learn about at this house is we have that geothermal system. So the heat in the house is electric, but then in the living room we have the coal stove. We may swap that around here once we get, I don't know, we're going to see how the geothermal system goes. We haven't had geothermal before, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, we have that on there. We also have my dad's little, it's like to move trailers around. So he uses it in his driveway because they have a really small driveway, and they have a camper. And so they have to be very particular about how they move it around. So we have this because obviously we can't tow this and the tractor, and we need the tractor here to maneuver things here. We don't have two tractors, whatever. So we're gonna take that so that we can use it to get the coal cart off when we get to the other house. And I think that's probably gonna be all we do this trip. So our plan is to just run up there tonight. We're gonna sleep there. We're sort of kind of getting in a flow of like, you know, I showed breakfast and whatever on the induction burner, which is perfect. We can do that again tomorrow. And we're just going to get that load up. We're going to fill the enclosed trailer, and then we'll probably come home tomorrow afternoon. We came home today in between rush hours. So honestly, where I thought it would be the worst in Harrisburg, it really wasn't bad at all. And as we got closer to Lancaster, it was a mess. Not surprised. So that's our plan for tonight. And I think that's kind of all we have going on until we come back tomorrow evening and finish packing. So we're going to try to get the house packed up. My mom's coming over on Thursday. Zad's mom's coming over on Friday. So we're hoping to finish packing the house. I have to say, I am really going to miss the tall ceilings in this house. I mean, there are great things about this house and things I don't like about this house, and same with the new one. But I'm definitely going to miss our tall ceilings, and it's just a super cool, unique house that we really loved. So that's what's happening here this evening. I'm probably going to be going through these little phases where I have like a couple videos over a few days, and then maybe there's nothing going on for a few days. So I hope you're enjoying following along, and we'll talk soon.